We are continuing with tutorial 2 of material science for the spring 2024. So this is the third part of the video, right? That this tutorial lecture, part A, part B, and this will be part C. We are still doing quiz 4, but now we have finished quiz 4 for section 10. So now we will move on to quiz 4 for section 20. So this is the question. Describe the main features of the sodium chloride ceramic structure, right? A very simple question, and because there were only, right, cesium chloride, sodium chloride, zinc blend, and that's it, right? We did not cover any other type of ceramic structure. So just the basic main features of the sodium chloride ceramic structure. If you like, you can have a quick sketch also in this answer, but otherwise it is not necessary. So what is the answer? This is the slide. This is the sodium chloride structure, right? So you can draw this quickly if you like. You can draw this quickly if you like. You can draw this quickly if you like. You can draw any one of these. But the main thing is that it is highly ionically bonded. The sodium atoms occupy the interstitial sites, and the other atoms are FCC type, right? The radius ratio is so much. Therefore, the coordination number is 6. So it is octahedral in character, and there are some other materials which have the same structure. So as much of this information as you could reproduce during the quiz, right? But the main things, right? FCC type, interstitial sites, coordination number, octahedral, and that even if you don't remember that there are some other ceramics which are very similar, but if you could remember that it is, some of them are magnesium oxide and calcium oxide, it would be great. And it would be even better if you had any one of these drawings there, right? So this was question 2A. So this is the question 2B of this quiz for section 20. The question is, a polymeric alloy consists of 15 weight % polyvinyl acetate and the rest polyvinyl chloride. Find the mole fraction of each constituent. So the question is finished here. This is given just to help you out. Otherwise, you should know it. As I told some of you guys that the only 3, 4, 5 structures for which we have been doing polymeric structures, for which we have been doing the numerical problems, are based on polyethylene. But here I am giving you a hint. In PVA and PVC, one of the hydrogen atoms in ethylene monomer is replaced by CO2CH3. This is for PVA. And one is replaced by Cl respectively, right? So if you know the polyethylene, that is it. It's a very simple thing. Then in PVA, remove one hydrogen and replace it by CO2CH3. And in PVC, remove, and you have done very similar problems as example problems and so on. So let us move on. Again, pause it here, solve it yourself, and then proceed further if you want to be good and well prepared for the final. So what is the answer? This is it. So whenever this type of a thing is there, that this is in percentage. So then total percentage will be 100. So let us assume that there is total 100 gram of the copolymer. If it is 100 gram, then 15 gram is PVA, polyvinyl acetate, and therefore the remaining 85 gram is PVC. So this is it. Now that is it. Now this is PVA, right? We told you that in PVA, remove one hydrogen and replace it by this. So all other hydrogens are there in the ethylene, but this one hydrogen is now this. So here, how many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons. How many hydrogens? 1, 2, 3, and 3, 6. How many oxygens? 1 and 1, 2. So this is PVA. 4 carbon, weight 12. 6 hydrogen, weight 1. 2 oxygens, weight 16. So the total is roughly 86 gram per mole, right? So this is the gram per mole. And we have 15 gram of this. So 15 gram upon the gram per mole. This is the mole fraction, right? Number of moles, sorry, not mole fraction, number of moles, 0.174 moles of PVA, right? And you have done it earlier and so forth. but we are just repeating it. On the next page, we will do exactly the same for PVC, polyvinyl chloride. So polyvinyl chloride is this. In ethylene, one hydrogen is changed by chlorine. So 2 carbons, 3 hydrogens, 1 chlorine, right? So 2 carbons into 12, 3 hydrogens into 1 chlorine, 35.5. The total is 62.5. And 15 gram was PVA, so 85 gram is PVC. Therefore 85 gram upon this. So if you just see gram and gram cancel, this mole goes up. So this is the number of moles, right? So number of moles of PVC is 1.36. So khalas, the total number is 0.174 plus 1.36 total. And on the previous page we had 0.174 for PVA. So number of moles of PVA upon total number of moles, this is the mole fraction. Number of moles of PVC upon total number of moles, it is the mole fraction of PVC. So these are your two final answers, and you should check that they should add up to roughly 100, right? So it's a very standard question, nothing twisting about it and so on. You have done very similar examples in solutions in the book. There may be more of these and so on, right? So you have finished in total all the questions, the multiple choice, the true false, the small theory parts, the numerical solution parts of quiz 3 and quiz 4 for both sections 10 and 20. As I said in the beginning, that whenever we have 2 sections, then you are more lucky in the sense that in this type of a tutorial you get more practice examples. So we have come to the end of the tutorial. So now some advice for you for further practice. Solve all homework problems of chapter 4, chapter 8, chapter 9, chapter 10, chapter 11, right? Which are the chapters which will be covered in the final exam. And this word is very critical, independently. At the time when you were submitting the homework, if you were the sole person, the only person who solved it and you submitted it, then you are already in a very good shape. You just have to revise it. But if you were solving together as friends, one person solved only one, the other solved only a few and so on. So now you need to re-solve all the homework problems independently, so that you independently as a one person are very, very well prepared, right? So also carefully revise all the lab work and the lab reports. You have done the lab work, you are hopefully writing the lab reports. So whatever is included there will also be asked in the final exam. And because before the final exam, you will already have submitted the lab reports, make sure that your lab reports are very well done and then revise them. And finally, if you want to be the A type of a student, then you have done all the solved examples in the course. You have done all the homework problems. Now go to the end of the chapter for each chapters, these chapters, chapters 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, and find any 1 or 2 problems which you think are more difficult than the others and solve them. And if you do that, then you can be quite sure that you can get marks which are almost at the top of the class, right? So it has been a pleasure having you here, and this time you know that we are also having a bonus quiz based on a very interesting topic, so concentrate on that also. You can have extra marks also, and you will learn a lot about modern things that are happening in the world of materials. So thanks a lot and all the best for your final exams.